Holiday Bash 2012 is well underway. As you can see behind me, the live auction is just about to begin. It was after those workers heard the first couple of shots that they actually came outside to where I'm standing right now in this parking lot, where they saw everything that happened across the street from that point on. Now, it's much darker now than it was earlier today when the accident happened here, but you can see, if you look at the ground, the puddling of oil that the sheriff was talking about that can create those slick roads. Now, the deer came in through this door behind me and then ran around the restaurant before finally busting through one of the front windows. This F9 Panther, here to honor Lieutenant Commander Johnny Magda, is about to get a neighbor. One of the last symbols of a truce between North and South Korea is now gone. On the Korean Peninsula tonight, people are watching and waiting. Good evening, everyone. I'm Melissa Warren. A Kentucky native and 3 others went hunting for that storm last night, and sure enough, they found it. Prosecutors this week indicted 4 people connected to a deadly blaze at a Brazilian nightclub that left hundreds dead. They stood outside most of the day, waiting for a decision, a sign, an answer to what they say they've been looking for weeks. And for many, it wasn't the answer they wanted. Close friends, some family, gathered outside the Warren County Justice Center today, where they did the only thing they knew to do, rally for their friend.
Brandon was and is my best friend, and I know he would be doing more than this if this was me.
Justice. It's what so many gathered here today looking for, and what many say they may never find.
Is it just us, or, will there be justice?
That poster and those words resonated here, capturing the emotions of those who awaited a grand jury decision.
I mean, I'm mad. I don't really have a word for the emotions that I have right now.
I'm sad, but I'm madder now than ever. It's just not right. And I can't believe we're going to let this go.
Beyond that anger is the sadness of knowing someone she loved so dearly is gone.
A young father of 3, 27.
Carlton says it's Bradshaw's sons and wife she worries for the most.
She was so faithful and trusting that they would do the right thing.
These people have waited weeks since Bradshaw's death to get what they hoped would be justice. And to many of them, nothing was found.
I don't know where to go from there. I don't know where to go.
Many of the people at today's rally believe justice was not served in the decision and say they will continue to be a voice for Bradshaw.
Gary Thompson says he made up to 6 figures a year scamming people in Lexington. Now he's in Glasgow. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gene Burke.
And I'm Casey Wheelis. Thanks for joining us. Our Melissa Warren tracked down Thompson, who says he's not panhandling anymore. Hear what he had to say in tonight's top story at 10.
When we first heard from multiple viewers that Gary Thompson was in South Central Kentucky, we went to our Facebook page to ask our viewers to help us find him. And today, we went to Glasgow on that search. We heard he was at the Happy Valley Inn, and sure enough, he was. So we asked him if the reports of his begging and pretending to be disabled were true.
We sued Honda of America for $2.4 million like years ago, but that money was gone after the market crashed, and then I was homeless. My mom has cancer, so then I had to panhandle to have a place to stay and to be able to eat.
Now, did you stop panhandling?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you say you haven't been doing that since you've been in Glasgow?
No, ma'am.
One hotel manager says that's not the case.
I've lost a lot of customers because they don't want to come here and be, people bumming from them as soon as they walk out the door.
She says he's also threatened to sue her by having a wheelchair accident.
He turns it over right there at that Coke machine.
Why do you think he does that?
Because he's out to try to sue because, that's how he gets by in life, by suing people.
The neighboring grocery store says they've witnessed him begging there.
Been known to be outside in the parking lot begging people for money / wanting to use their phone, and he's even came in and personally asked me for some free food in the past.
And Adwell says he's good at what he does.
I called him out by his name and let him know that I was aware of who he was, and he still didn't break character, so he does it fairly well.
Even if I were to panhandle, I couldn't say it because I just couldn't. I say, I'm the best in the world, though, the best panhandler in the world.
And we've had to call the police before on it to have Skin to leave.
Glasgow police told us there are currently no city ordinances prohibiting panhandling, but they have responded to several complaints saying he was presenting a nuisance. In Glasgow, Melissa Warren, WBKO.
Thompson told us he once made $60,000 to $100,000 a year begging.
Wynn Simmons and his son walked through what remains of their home today, picking up what they could from the rubble of what a Christmas Day fire destroyed.
Actually falling asleep in the recliner, and my youngest son, Brody, woke me up and told me, said the fireplace, the chimney's on fire. By the time we got to the neighbor's driveway, the flames were already shooting through the roof. And then within 15 minutes, the whole upstairs was basically gone.
What was a home yesterday is now little more than a house frame.
It's hard to look at the house and realize that you lost everything.
But they didn't lose each other, and out of the rubble they gained something, a respect for those who came to their rescue.
You know, I looked around and there was 25 guys that I didn't even know fighting a fire in my house. Turned back around and there's 25, 30 friends and co-workers.
Despite their loss, Simmons has so much to be thankful for this holiday, his family and those strangers who worked tirelessly to save his home.
And these firefighters, you know, they're putting their life on the line.
Even on Christmas, with no pay, they answered their call for help.
To have someone like Mr. Simmons be as grateful as he was and to go out of his way to say thank you for the effort that we put into it, that's pay to us. That's why we do it.
Nearly 30 firefighters from 4 volunteer departments, including Woodburn, were on the scene. The entire family, cats included, survived without a scratch. And to Simmons, the rest can be replaced.